Saturday, March 2nd, 2024. Written by Denise Hamblin. Many years ago, I had the opportunity to serve a religious mission in southern Germany. In Bavaria, it was not unusual to be greeted at the subway stop, the store, or on the street with the greeting Grüß Gott, or God bless you. I found the practice a wonderful way to acknowledge and be acknowledged as one deserving of God's blessings. And so, on this cold Utah morning, Grüß Gott. Our theme for this series of Lent devotionals, Ashes Alive, was at the center of my thoughts as I studied today's scriptures. And I am so grateful for the change in perspective it provided. The scriptures are so complex, simple, and multidimensional. Transfigured, what a massive concept. Growing up, the stories of Moses on Mount Sinai and Peter, James, and John on Mount Tabor, or Mount Hermon, depending on your personal studies, were as distant and foreign as it could be. As a closeted queer Mormon kid, the idea of being in the presence of God was unimaginable. Simply by the nature of my queerness, I was deemed an abomination by my church leaders. I grew up hearing that I was right up there with the sin of murder. Boy, was that a lot for a 12-year-old to carry. And with that, every prayer was burdened by the thought that simply being myself excluded me from being with God. My prayers, rather than seeking for guidance in how I, as a disciple of Christ, could best serve him, were weighted down with pleas to change me, and those prayers went unanswered for years. Until I claimed my whole self, including my queerness, I could not hear the Lord. I didn't feel his assurances. I was deaf to his expressions of love. I was much like those who drew near to him with their lips, but whose hearts were far from him. My heart was full of pain and shame that I couldn't change and be who I was told he wanted me to be. And then I experienced my own transfiguration. It was in the shower one night when my soul was weighed down so heavily that I just wanted my life here to end. After decades of pleading to be changed, I was. But it did not happen as I expected. While I was not engulfed in a cloud, I clearly heard with my spiritual ears the words, "You are asking me the wrong question." As I let the water pour over me, I uttered a simple prayer. Am I who you created me to be? And then I listened for the answer. It washed over me with warmth I had never experienced. Gone was the thought that I was a disappointment to him. Replacing that dark hole in my soul was an incomparable light that comes when God enters your heart. It is my prayer this Lenten season that each of us gives up the thought that we are not enough for God. The abundance of his grace is all around. He is waiting for us to claim our place as his children. His love, his mercy surrounds us, and, with and in him, we are made whole. As I look out my window, I don't see much life, but I know there is new life in the spring, and I know there is new life in him. Amen.